You get a chance like this very rarely, so when you do, you just got to grab it with both hands. And I'm just like, just was incredibly fortunate to get cast in this and just to have as much fun as we did. I mean, it was a very funny script and it was very funny to act in and very funny to work on. He's just a complete filmmaker, I think, and that he has the ability to come up with stuff like this. He then has a great eye for casting, as you can tell from the incredible cast, and he knows how to talk to actors. And it's a rare quality in a director to be able to direct so many people in a cast. I mean, people like Robert Altman and Hal Hartley had that kind of skill, and I kind of put him up there with those guys.
It's great. It's overwhelming, a little intimidating, but it really felt very comfortable right away. A lot of movies in between takes, people run back to their trailers, but on this job, everyone stayed on set and really connected.
I am beyond over the moon. I mean, this has been such an incredible experience, and finally we get to, get it out there. It's been a year exactly now, and it's just very exciting. It was just we had so much fun doing this, and I loved working with everyone. I got to play a scene with every single character in the movie, so I feel very lucky. And just Rian is an angel, he's a dream director. We all kind of walked into the process kind of the same way. So we were finding along, the characters and how to play the scenes along the way. And we had a beautiful script, and all the characters are incredibly, rounded and perfect and very well written. It's funny for any audience, but it's also smart enough, and it has an underlayer of very serious matters that we are dealing with nowadays.
Well, I wanted a very specific. There's a beautiful jewelry company called Verdura, which is an old school, elegant jewelry company, and I sort of cornered the entire outfit with the gold bracelet with the stacked on the watch, which is a Verdura chain bracelet, which is just a very specific. From that, everything. I can tell you they will have a good time. It's a world where it's a very hard time to feel like we're having a good time anywhere. And I was very happy to be a part of something that is just genuinely, first of all, great movie. You will never figure out what's happening. And the puzzle pieces will come together in that really delightful way where you're like, I know, I've got this, and then you don't have it. And I think there's a time for that, and it may just be that it's the time for it here today.
Well, it's pretty damn nice when you put your best stuff on the ball and send it across the net, and it comes back with more spin on it than you put on it. That's a fun day. I think they're going to be surprised. They're going to be surprised that they can't figure it out. They're going to be surprised about how funny it is, and they're going to be surprised about how they're going to walk out of there feeling uplifted. I'm in the movie, I read the script, and that's the way I felt when I saw it. And directors like Rian Johnson and this cast. It just doesn't happen very often. And to be a part of it is awesome. He's a writer-director, and so he has it so organized and so prepared that when we show up, he actually directs, and he says, I'm feeling you kind of right in here, and then we all sort of start falling in line, and the next thing you know, we've got a big scene. It's fantastic.
For me, this is a movie that's made to be seen with a big crowd. It's got hopefully a lot of laughs in it. It's got twists and turns. It's made to be a big collective fun experience. So it makes me so happy the audiences are having a good time watching it. It makes my job so easy when you have a cast like this, when literally every single person who comes on screen, you're like, oh my God, it's that person. It just makes it work a joy. Jenny Egan, who's our costume designer, really dug into it. You can't beat Chris Evans in a sweater. Chris Evans in those sweaters. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard to beat. That's tough to beat. It's kind of a straight up Agatha Christie style whodunit, but it's an original story and it's set in 2019 America. It's modern day, and that gives it kind of a slightly new flavor. So I hope the crowd in here is going to have a blast.
Yeah, it was pretty dreamy. I was working with people that I've admired ever since I was a a very young person, people I grew up watching. So it was really trippy to meet Frank Oz. I'll never forget that. And Jamie and Don, everybody, are just really special people. Well, I think it's very unique. I mean, even though he's presenting a genre that we're all familiar with, it's kind of an older genre, and it hasn't really been tapped into. A lot of times when people do films like this, they go back and remake Murder on the Orient Express or something like that. And this is actually, even though it's an homage to the older films, it's also its own thing, which is pretty cool.
When you make a film, when you do a project, you're not always sure how it's going to resonate. But making this, it felt really special and it was really fun. So to see that people have responded to it in the way that they have is so thrilling and so lovely. And it's something that you always want as an actor. And everyone really is so talented, from Rian, who wrote and directed this. It's an original script, to, the producers, and obviously to the incredible cast. Everyone really brought something so special and really cared about it. So to be, working with these kind of people for 6 weeks, it was just so much fun, and just a real privilege. For me, I think what's so striking is that this is a genre that is so classic and that so many people know or have watched or think that they know, and yet for me this film is so fresh, and I think that's a real credit to Rian, who again wrote and directed this, and it really does feel like an original and a breath of fresh air into this classic ageless genre.
Just prepare for a lot of twists and turns, and even though it appears like this really fun movie, there's a lot of heart underneath it, and it's about this crazy family and what happens when they're stripped of what defines them, their money.
Yeah, I read the script. I haven't seen the movie. I read the script, and Ryan's a great writer, great director, and a great friend. He and Ron, the producer. So I'm just I'm a day player here. I shouldn't even be on the line. I can say that they're the nicest people, most supportive people. My two scenes have to do with all of them, and they're all just so supportive and so nice. It's kind of disgusting.
Mr. Bond, this way, please. One more straight ahead, Jason. Turn back this way. That's Jamie right here, please. And that beautiful smile, Jamie, there you go. Turn back this way, the front, Jamie. Straight ahead. Jamie, right in front of you. Jamie, give me that smile, Jamie. Right down here, please. Jamie, give me a wave. Right down. That dress is so pretty. Anna, right here, please. Anna, straight ahead, right in front of you, please. Second row. One more time. There you go. One more time. This way. Chris, this way to the left. This way, Chris. Can you start over here, handsome? At the beginning, Chris. This way. There you go. Chris, second right here, please. Chris, one time right here, man. Chris, Don, this way. Start at the beginning. Don, right here, sir. Don. Don. Okay, here we go. And Don, this way. Look at right here. I see you. Don. Don, this way. Don, right here, sir. Don, one more time. One more scan, Don. And Michael right there, sir. That's so right. And straight ahead, sir. Michael over here. Katherine to the right. The front of the dress. There's the front right here. Catherine, that beautiful smile. Straight ahead, please. I want to see those eyes. One more time right here. Catherine, right here to your left. Get the other shoulders to front. Straight ahead, right in front of you. Straight ahead, Jaeden, right in front of you. Jaeden, second row, please. Looking right here, my friend, right here. Thank you much. Great shit. Strong right there, sir. Deep. And one more. Frank, straight ahead, please. And one time to left. Second row, sir. Thank you. One more time. Noah, second row, please. How about that smile, Noah, right here, man? There you go.
No, one look right here, please. Thank you.
One more time, girl. One more time. The handsome devil won't get you nothing. Yeah, well, handsome. Let me get you right over here, please. Sir, right in front of you.
One more smile. Thank you.
And let's get you right over here, please. And looking straight ahead. One more time. And second row, please. Just to the left one time. And in the booties, second row, please. Everybody, there we go. Lovely, thank you. There you go. And those smiles right here, guys. There you go. Mark, right here, please, on your right. And with those and both of you together right here, please. One more time, please. On your right, there you go. Oh, have you start over here? Let's get this. Let's get you right over here. Come up, start right here. Come up a little. Paris. Good. Yep. Thank you. Let me get you that smile right here, please. One more time. How about a little shimmy one time? Looking right here. Eyes this way, Courtney. Over that shoulder. Hey, John. John. Back a second row. Hey, John, just take a step back. See the front again, please.
Maria right here.
Maria, looking straight here, please. On the front. One more beautiful smile straight ahead. Over at the front. There you go. Thank you.
Really straight ahead as well, please. Thank you.
And then right.
And right here, Lisa. Right before you disappear.
That beautiful smile one more time.
Lisa, second row, please. Second row, Lisa.
Straight ahead. Beautiful smile again. Right here. Down the bottom.
Quite the looker you are.
Val, second row, please. Right here, Val. And Nathan, sorry, man. Together, go.
Thank you so much, Joe. Oh my God, are you guys ready to have some fun? Burton Hughes and Nikos Karamizos. Guys, enjoy the movie. Let's watch it. Who done it?